Mike, 2 points dropped on the weekend. I think you heard it described as, or you described it as, still a point away from home is one to be gained, and an unbeaten start the season still.
Yeah, listen, it was we were a bit frustrated because we created enough chances away from home to win the game. From our point of view, the build up to their goal was a little bit frustrating and sloppy, but it's positive that we've come away disappointed for not winning the game.
Yeah, you did have chances. Again, if you can look on the positives, if you create chances, the goals.
Yeah, I missed you at the end then, Chris. But yeah, we created chances. We played some really good football. Frustrating thing for me was after the first 5 minutes of the second half, we had a bit of a dip. But for whatever the reason, we were working on that. But yeah, we were off the pace for 25 minutes second half, and it gave Scunthorpe a little bit of confidence and impetus. But again, we finished well. So, if we win, we take the chance right at the end and we win the game. I don't think anybody would be complaining too much about it.
And after so long without playing, if any football, the games really are coming at you hard and fast now. Another midweek game. How do you approach it in terms of your squad? Because you have got options there. Is this another chance for others to lay down a marker?
Yeah, it is. There's one or two little niggles, so we'll have to be careful with them because we don't want any long-term injuries. But listen, we want to win the game tomorrow. It's a home game. Cambridge will be coming full of confidence after the weekend's win. I think Mark has put together a good competitive squad this season, and it's going to be a tough game. So, let's give it our best shot and hopefully get in the next round.
I know what you like with injuries, Mike, because you've had so many of them, and you're worried that you're going to jinx something. Or Matty Dolan came off at the weekend. I assume that he won't be available. It'll be too soon.
Yeah, Matty was precaution. He probably might have been able to carry on, but I don't want to be taking that risk and having him out for 3 to 4 weeks just because we took a risk for 45 minutes. So, like I said, we're all trying to learn from the past, and it's just one of those unfortunate situations where we didn't want to disrupt our team, but we had no choice, and we've got to look at the bigger picture.
Is it too soon for Scott Bennett? And how is Kevin Ellison looking? Because you said you wanted to have give him a bit more training under his belt before you gave him the 41-year-old his debut.
They're both they're both in training again today. So yeah, I'll have a late decision on them.
Wait and see as ever with you, Mike. The sun is shining. The pitch is looking good. You fancy another cup run?
Always fancy a cup run. Look, it's going to be tough. Like I said, they're full of confidence. But so are we. The boys are in good spirits, and we want to give it our best shot.
Yeah, it's going to be disappointing not to have any fans there, but there is that carrot of potentially playing Watford in the next round if they come through their own little tricky tie against Oxford.
I'm not even thinking about that, Chris. I think you knew I was going to say that. Look, my only concern is Cambridge tomorrow night, and if we start looking beyond, we'll fall flat on our face. So I've got a lot of respect for Cambridge as a club. The manager's come in and done well. So I won't be looking anywhere further than tomorrow night.
And one of the players who did come on, someone who signed on loan from Swansea, Brandon Cooper, it was his league debut actually, and didn't look out of place.
No, and Seiko both made their debut Saturday, so that's good. They've got that experience, and I'm sure both will have a big part to play this season.
Yeah, they only had to look at Bristol City. Tarek Backinson, I think, making his debut in the Championship to show that the pathway is there, impress for you, and it opens up, whether at Newport County or somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. We're looking to, develop players as well. We've got a good record of doing that. and like I said, if they're good enough, they'll be given opportunities. So yeah, it's down to them. Especially for the loan players who come to the club, it's down to them to stake a claim. And if they're doing the business, they play.
It seems like we're getting back to normal, Mike. Football's back at your level. There's been reminders in Wales, hasn't there, in recent weeks with the cases going up. Newport is an area that the cases have risen. You've obviously taken the precautions very seriously. You wouldn't be able to play if you didn't. Have you had to remind your players again of the need to be safe, the need to take every precaution and measure available?
Yeah, listen, like I said, they've done everything right. I'm not, even if one of them came down with a positive test, I'm going to say that's more unfortunate than stupidity. They're a good group, and none of them want to miss any time. So they're all being vigilant and careful. Look, we can't watch them 24/7, but we can advise them and try and lead them on the right path. And thankfully, that's what they've been doing so far.
Good stuff. My best and luck for tomorrow night.
Cheers, Chris.
Mike, how long do you think clubs in League Two and League One can go without fans? I
don't know, Rob. It's look, the longer it drags on, the harder it's going to be. I know for us, we've put plans in, not to have fans before January. At one stage, it was going to look positive for October. Again, that's not looking too great in the minute, so it's tough. We need these fans in. I think the iFollow, what they've done with the iFollow has been helpful, but we still need those walk-ups as well, because it's only half basically what we can bring in. So it's going to affect us. Fingers crossed, we get through this. Obviously everybody healthy is the main important thing. But yeah, we want fans back. Of course we do. Like I said, it's strange. It's not strange. It's annoying, if I'm honest. It's I love the atmosphere. And I was talking to a family member or a friend yesterday, and I said I think I'd rather have a moaning at my, on my back moaning at me with the atmosphere than nothing. And look, it is what it is.
It might be one of the things you discussed with your Cambridge United opposite number, given that they had some fans in one week. They weren't allowed it last week, but that first trial seemed to go well. And you're all in this together, I guess, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. Listen, we're rivals for 180 minutes, or Cambridge, it's going to be 270 minutes over the course of the season. But I like to think that, the clubs come together and try and work together for the good of the game. That's what we need. We need a collective group for the wider picture as well, to make sure that things go positively for the future, because we don't want another Bury. It's just bad. It's shocking for Bury fans. That club is full of history, and we don't want another one happening.
Yeah. I guess you make a very good point about the iFollow. The fans have been brilliant in many ways in what they've their patience and giving money back from season tickets, this, that, and the other. But being able to watch you is what they want to do, and they can, and it doesn't cost them that much.
No, exactly. And listen, it's a great gesture from them. They're hard-earned money. They're spending when they can't really attend the games. There's I know there's a few all getting together and watching it in houses and everything, but look, you can't blame them for that. It is what it is. And, we've hit the target that the club set, which is good. And hopefully we get a few more now, because it just tops the club, tops the coffers up.
Yeah. What's the conversation in the supermarket when you meet the fans on the front line?
Well, I don't know. They all got masks on now, so I can't understand them. Look, you know, it's the same conversation. You can go to 4 different supermarkets and have the same conversation with 10 different people. It's frustrating. When the crowd's going to be back, you know, every Saturday, or looking around, any injuries, it's the same conversation, you know what I mean? And it's something that I've got to deal with, knowing a lot of people around Newport. But listen, I always got time to stand and talk to the supporters. Like I said, they, you know, they're a big part of the game, and we know more than a lot of clubs the importance of the hardcore fans.
Great. Okay, well, we're all looking forward to tomorrow night.
Cheers, Rob.